Welcome back to Vidyanagar online science class. Today we are going to continue our fifth chapter, separation of substances. By the end of today's class, you are going to study the processes like evaporation, condensation and saturated solutions. Shall we begin our today's class? Okay. We have discussed from our previous class that tea leaves can be separated from the tea by the process of filtration. Tea leaves can be separated by the process filtration. And filtration is the process of separation of solid from a liquid. Filtration is the process of separation of a solid from a liquid. And in the first part of today's class, we are going to discuss how to filter muddy water. How can we do the filtration of muddy water from our school laboratory? For that, we have to use a paper named filter paper. We have to use the paper named filter paper. We just consider this as the filter paper. See, let me familiarize you another paper named tissue paper. Why you use tissue paper? You use tissue paper to wipe out the water from your body, right? Especially it occurs in the hotels, etc., right? When you are going for a lunch or etc., after the lunch, after washing your hands, normally you are using the tissue paper to wipe out the water from your face and hands, etc. How can you use this tissue paper to wipe out the water? Because these tissue paper contain small holes. These tissue paper contains small holes. When you use this tissue paper, the water from your body goes through the small holes. When you use the tissue paper, water from your body goes through these small holes. That is actually happening when you use the tissue paper. So the small holes present in the tissue paper takes the water from your body. Same action you can see in the filter paper, right? So you just consider this as a filter paper, and this filter paper contains enough pores. Then how to use this filter paper? For that, see, fold this filter paper. First you have to fold this filter paper. Then after folding, again you fold this filter paper in the shape of a cone. You have to fold this filter paper in the shape of the cone shape. Then you have to keep this is a funnel, right? What is this? Funnel. Then place this cone shaped filter paper into the funnel. Then after that, what you have to do, you have to pour the mud water through this filter paper, and at that time what you can see, the water goes through the holes of the filter paper, and that water you can see, the water, you can see the water is coming through this hole. Why? Because the water which we pour into the filter paper pass through the holes of the filter paper, and that water you can see it is coming through this hole, right? And what about the mud inside the muddy water? You can see that the mud is stick on this filter paper. Mud you can see in this filter paper. So what is our aim? Our aim is to filter the mud from the muddy water, right? Now we filtered, no, we got the water in the another glass and mud is in the filter paper. So this is the method of filtering the muddy water or any other mixture, right? So what you have to do for that, take the filter paper, make it in the shape of a cone, fix it in the funnel, then pour the solution like muddy water or any other mixture. Then at that time you can see that the water comes through this hole and the mud stick on the filter paper. Why the water is going through this filter paper? Because this filter paper contain enough holes. This filter paper contain enough holes, so that water is going through the holes, and that water you can see the water is coming through this hole, right? So this is the method of filtration. So normally we are filtering the mixtures in our laboratory by using which paper? filter paper. Why you can use the filter paper? Because that filter paper contain enough pores. Pores means holes. Enough holes. So when we pour the mixture into the filter paper, that water goes through the holes of the filter paper, and you can collect that water in another glass, and you can see the mud or any other substances. If it is present in the mixture, it is stick on the filter paper. So this method is known as filter paper. Okay, now we are going to discuss another process, right? Suppose if I told you to boil water. If I told you to boil water, what you will do? You will keep some water in the pot and you have to place it over the flame, right? And when the time goes, you can see that water starts to boil. When the water starts to boil, you can see something is going up, right? Some steams are going up. You may have seen that the steam is going up. When you boil the water, the steam is going up. Can you say the name of that process? That process is evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor. So that steam is the water vapor. You know, it is going up. Something is going up from that water, right? What is that something? That something is water vapor. So what is evaporation? Evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor. Keep it in your mind. If water changes to water vapor, that is evaporation. So evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor. What is evaporation? Evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor. Suppose if you cover that pot with a lid, you may see that there are lot of water droplets over it. Am I right? When you cover that pot contain boiled water with a lid, when you open it, you can see that lot of water droplets on it. What is that process? That process is condensation. What is that process? Condensation. So condensation is the process in which water vapor changes to water. Water vapor changes to water, that is condensation. So condensation is the process in which water changes to water vapor, and evaporation is the process in which condensation is the process in which water vapor changes to water. Okay, condensation is the process in which water vapor changes to water, and evaporation is the process in which water changes to water vapor. Don't mix it, okay? If water changes to water vapor, evaporation, and if water vapor changes to water, condensation. Evaporation and condensation is just opposite to each other. If we heat the water, water changes to water vapor. That is evaporation. When we cool the water vapor back to liquid or water. That is condensation. The same happens in the rain formation. When the water from the lakes and ponds, by the heat of the sun, it changes to water vapor, and from there it cools. That cooled water is known as cloud, right? And after that the rain comes. Clouds to rain. Okay, so which are the two processes in the rain formation? Which are the two processes in the rain formation? Evaporation and condensation. So the water from the lakes, river, etc., with the help of sunlight, it changes to vapor. From there it cools to form clouds. Then from the clouds it comes as the rain to down. Again it reaches to the river and ocean, etc. So the main two processes in water cycle, water, evaporation and condensation. What is evaporation? Water changes to water vapor, and if water vapor changes to water, condensation. Okay, so which are the two processes in water cycle? Evaporation and condensation. Evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor, and condensation is a process in which water vapor changes to water. What gives taste to our dishes? Yes, salt gives taste to our dishes. If there is no enough salt, it will not be a tasty food, right? Then how we get the salt? We get the salt from the seawater. We get the salt from the seawater. which means salt is mixed with the seawater. Salt is mixed with the seawater, right? Then how we can take the salt from the seawater? Is there any method? Right, we have the method. How to do that? For that, make a shallow pits. Make a shallow pits means what? Make some holes, right? Make a shallow pits, then fill the salt water in it and wait for some days. Then you have to wait for some days. Why? Because with the help of the sunlight, the water in the seawater get evaporates and we get the salt back. Okay, so make a shallow pit, then fill the salt water in it. Why we have to wait for some days? Because with the help of the sunlight, water from the seawater evaporates. Evaporation means what? Water changes to water vapor. So with the help of the sunlight, water from this solution changes to water vapor and we get the salt back. So when we return after few days, you can see the salt in that pits. Then what may happen to the water in it? That water evaporates. Water evaporated with the help of the sunlight. So what is the process evaporation? Evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor. So how can we make the salt? For that, make a shallow pit, fill the salt water in it, wait for few days, and with the help of the sunlight, water in the mixture changes to water vapor, and when we return after few days, we can see the salt in that pits, right? And after purification, we can use that salt in our dishes. Okay, so make a shallow pits, fill the salt water, water evaporates with the help of the sunlight and we get the salt back, and by purifying the salt, we can use them, right? Now we are going to discuss about another concept, right? Suppose okay, in order to get a clear picture about our next process, let me demonstrate an activity. For that, we need some water, right? You can see some water in the glass. And now I'm going to add little amount of salt into the, see, now I added some amount of salt and I'm going to stir this thoroughly. Okay, I'm going to stir it. What you can see there? Can you see anything, any change there? Can you see any change? What happens to the salt I added to the solution? Is it still present in the solution or anything happened to the salt? Anything happened to the salt? See, is there any salt? Can you see any salt here? Can you see any salt? What happens to the salt? That salt mixes with the water. What happens to the salt? Salt mixes with the water. So that mixing is dissolving. So we can use another word for the mixing. What is that? Dissolving. So salt dissolves in the water. Salt dissolves in the water. Salt dissolves in the water. So this is a solution. What is this? Solution. What is this? Solution. Okay, now I'm going to add balance salt in my hand, right? I'm going to add all the salt into this and we can check it. What happens? Is anything happened? Can it mixes with the water or is it dissolves in the water? For that we can stir it thoroughly. Okay, let me do that. Cam keeps on stirring. Can you see any changes? Is the salt mixing with the water? Is it disappears? See what happens? You can see here. Anything, can it mixes with the water? No. Okay, now let me check it. Okay, I'm waiting for some time. See what you can see. Okay, you can see some salt into this glass of water. Why it is not correctly mixing? Why it is not completely or correctly mixing with the water? why still remains in the solution? For that, let me ask you one thing. Which is your very favorite food? I know it's biryani, right? When your stomach filled with full of biryani, can you eat more? Can you eat more biryani? Why? Why you can't eat? Because there is no space in your stomach. I know biryani is your favorite food, but now your stomach is not in the condition to take some more biryanis. Why? Whatever space balance or whatever space inside the stomach, that all finished or completed. So just like this, one glass of water have some space. Okay, one glass of water have some space, and that all the space occupied by the salt, or the space inside the water completely filled with the salt. So there is no more stomach. Sorry, there is no more space. There is no more space. So that's why if there is no space, what happens? It still, okay, it settles under the bottom of the glass. If there is space, it mixes with the water. So the settling, you can see some salt here, right? So this settling of salt indicates whatever space inside the glass of water, it's completed or it's finished. No more space. And you can do one thing. If you heat this water, may it dissolves in the water. So what you can do to dissolve this? Say, just like when you do some exercise, right? When you do some exercise, the food that you ate digest, and you'll get some space in your stomach to eat, right? Just like, so here that exercise is heating. When you heat this mixture, you can make some space inside this, and balance salt dissolves in the water. So large amount of substances can be dissolved by heating. If there is extra salt or sugar like substances in the water, we can dissolve them in water by heating. So this is known as saturated solution. Saturated means you just think completed. So if the space completed, if the phase filled with the salt particles, you can consider that this is a saturated solution. Why it is a saturated solution? Because no more space. If there is space, there will be another name, right? So here no space. So this solution is saturated. So when your stomach is filled with full of biryani, your condition of your stomach is saturated. What it means saturated? No space, no more space. Okay, so you can't eat more biryani. Just like we cannot add more salt into this solution. Why? Because the space inside the solution is already completed with the salt, so we cannot add more salt into it. If you want to add it, first you have to eat, like just doing exercise, right? So what is the name of this solution? Saturated solution. What is the name of this solution? Saturated solution. If no more salt cannot be dissolved in the glass of water, we can say to be saturated solution. So what is the condition of this glass of water? The condition of the glass of water is saturated. Okay, you can see little salt here at the under, lower part of the glass. Okay, so what is the condition of this solution? That is saturated. Why it is saturated? Because the space is filled with the salt. No more salt is dissolved in the solution. Then if it is very urgent, you can heat, right? If it is very urgent, you can heat that mixture, and by heating, the undissolved salt dissolves in the water. So evaporation is a process in which water changes to water vapor, and condensation is a process in which water vapor changes to water. And salt, how to get the salt from the seawater? Make a shallow pits, fill the salt water, keep it for some days, the water evaporates and we get the salt back. And the one glass of water have some space. If that phase filled, we cannot add more salt into it. That is saturated solution. Okay, I hope you got the concept. So watch the video carefully, try to understand the concept, and we will meet you with another video. Until then, it's bye. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.